Hey, this is Jamey from Stonemaier Games, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite mechanisms in the little game Gift of Tulips that was really pleasantly surprising to me the first time I played it. I've only played it at 2 players so far, but I look forward to playing it at various player counts. It plays up to 6 players in about 20 minutes. Now, I totally believe that. We played through it. I learned and played it in about 20 minutes. The idea of the game is that you're trying to get the most points from a tulip festival that is happening right before your eyes. There are 4 categories of tulips, just different colors here, and tulips have different numbers on them. I won't go into the full mechanisms here of the game, but basically you're doing one of 3 things on your turn. You have 2 tulips in your hand, and you are choosing to, get some tulips here. So you have 2 tulips in your hand, and you're choosing to do one of 3 different actions with them, and you have to do something with all these tulips, and you can't do the same action. So one of the actions is you can keep a tulip, and if you keep a tulip, sometimes, depending on the position of the tulips currently in the festival, the category of tulips, you will get some points. Sometimes you get some potential future points. The other thing you can do is add a tulip to the festival itself. So you can put it in the festival, and that increases the value of that category of tulip in the festival, which can kind of shift around what happens when you play a tulip card of that type. And the cool thing here, the little twist here, is that you can play it face up or face down. And I'll come back to the face down cards in a second. The last thing you can do, and this is probably my favorite mechanism tied to that thing that I just told you, is that you can give a tulip to your opponent, or to an opponent. You can give away a tulip, hence the name Gift of Tulips. I love games with positive player interaction, and this is a really nice, clever twist, because often in the game, in fact, one of the few ways in the game, the primary way in the game to get points while you're playing instead of just at the end of the game, is to give away tulips. And when you do that, depending on the ranking of that category of tulips at that given time in the festival, you will gain points. You'll gain points equal to this number plus a certain number of points depending on that ranking at the given time. So it is a great way for you to get points, even though you are giving tulips away that might potentially give that opponent endgame points. So 2 things happening here. You're getting points, you're giving something to an opponent, and it's not hurting them. It will only potentially help that opponent at the end of the game, depending on that category of tulip. And here's where the little twist comes in. I said that you could play a card of the festival face up or face down. Face up is open information. You can see how well each of the categories of tulips are doing based on adding this number together for that category. If it's face down, though, you aren't giving away that information. And so I might be seeding the face down card pile in the festival with these pink tulips right here. And meanwhile, I am giving opponents this other tulip type. It looks kind of similar, but this is a different type of tulip. I'm giving opponents this type of tulip to get points during the game, even though they don't know that I've been seeding the festival with these cards and trying to make the end game scoring for this type of card better secretly by playing this face down in the festival. With one last twist, I'll throw one last twist in here, and that is you don't necessarily reveal all the face down cards in the festival. This is a very, very clever little twist. Instead, you shuffle up all cards that are in the festival and you reveal 5 of them to add to the end game value of the festival. Only 5 of them. So even though I'm not actually, even though I'm doing something sneaky, I'm doing something secret, I don't guarantee that this card will actually show up in that final 5 card reveal at the end of the game. So I love this combination of sneakiness and generosity. It's a great combination in this game, and it just feels good throughout the game. Like you aren't doing anything mean throughout the game. Rather, you are giving stuff to your opponents. You're making their pool better, their pool of tulips even better, while being a little bit sneaky about what you're doing in the festival. Really, really cool twist there. I really like what designer Sarah Perry did with Gift of Tulips, and I look forward to playing it at other player counts, although I would gladly play it at 2 players again. I really did enjoy it at 2 players. If you played a game that like this, or you've played Gift of Tulips, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks.